So without further ado, I'm just going to invite people up and they then will introduce their own poem. And can we start with Marie-Claire Carr? Marie-Claire.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Marie-Claire. I'm from Cork. Since 5 o'clock this morning, I was awake, and I'm here in front of you. Watching this film now is very difficult to be a mother, but we are the great warriors. So my poem is about being a mother. So the title is To My Mother. I know all of us today, we are all mothers, and even though you are not mother, your mom is your mother, so think about her. And also the poetry is for this morning all the women in the hospital, but especially to Ines. Ines, we love you, and we pray that where you are, you move from there and you'll be here standing there and talking to us again. If you're watching me, I love you. To my mother, Black woman, Irish woman, woman of the world, oh mother, I think of you. Oh Dama, oh mother, who carry me in your back, who nurses me, who carry me on your shoulder, who govern my first step, who open my eyes to the beauty of the world. Oh mother, I think of you. Woman of the world, woman of the field, woman of the great rivers. Oh mother, I think of you. Oh mother, who wipes my tears, who cheer up my heart, who patiently deal with my caprices. I will love, be near to you. Oh, simple mother, mother of resignation, I think of you. Oh, Dama, Dama of the great family of blacksmiths, my thoughts are always of you. They accompany me with every step. Oh, Dama, oh, mother, how I would love to feel your warmth, to be your child that is close to you. Black woman, Irish woman, woman of the world, thank you. Thank you for all you have done for me. So far away, your daughters, so far away, but yet so close to you. Thank you.
Can I now ask Rosie Burrows to join us?
Right. So this is a poem that's dedicated to my daughters, and in a sense it's an unfinished revolution actually. And this poem, I hope, it kind of gives me hope, but I realise that the work isn't over. But I hope it'll give you some hint of some of my experience. It's called Onwards and Upwards. Fair Isle tank tops, big boots and big hair, lap of sea at Ballygally, where I dreamed of you, before I knew you would incarnate with the blessing of a copper leaf lap-bound in a posh part of Bristol. You were longed for in the unconscious way a sea salmon slips upriver unknowing. Rocks lie ahead, an upward swim, strong tail needed, growing silver-clad muscles with each leap upwards. Your birth changed everything in my world. your £6.14 in a March heat haze. My feet touched the ground, deeper than hopscotch, than any safe landing. Your dad's smile, wide radiance, changing everything. Your grandparents holding preconceptions, notions of how things should be. And how come two big-haired heathens, child, birthed open our northern shells? We rocked you. And I suppose part of that poem, I just want to say this, I said northern shells because my interest is in trauma and how unresolved trauma actually freezes people, and also what are the processes that can bring about unfreezing.
Melanie Howard.
Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. My poem is called Woman, and it's by Jo Skeld, and it reminds me a lot of Ines, who is just one of the most wonderful women I ever met, so inspirational. And I think she taught not just me, but each and every one of us who has the honor to know her, that each and every voice counts and each and every woman is unique. Woman. Woman with your life story in the playground, where you look after other children's people. Woman with whom I spoke at the Stone Cycle, who stayed committed to the same town and never married. Woman with dreadful history, who recovered and lived and still lives. Woman at the back of the church who crouched down to greet God, covered her hair and never complained. Woman who destroyed her family for one night of love and life of authenticity. Woman who takes time and uses it to listen and to act. Woman who is beautiful, yet still waits for twilight to reveal herself. Woman with power who touches people so they may know color and wave it. Woman who dances with deviant eyes. Woman with appetite, with clay and vision. Woman with sack full of brim, who carries ancient maps and clues. Woman with yearning of portions to heal herself. Woman with jam and with dull ache of revolution in her belly. Woman with diversity, who each night dreams of mending the universe. Woman warrior with desire for flesh and land, for wisdom and wine, for child, sister, and for her song. Thank you.
Brona Hines? Or I think perhaps... Oh, all right, Brona, come on.
I thought I was getting off there. This is from Gillian Allnut, Spitting the Pips Out, and she's speaking in the voice of Eve, and it's more a writing rather than a poem. Dear Auntie Mildred, thank you very much for the bath cubes. The ones you sent me last year are still in the bathroom cupboard. I love Lily of the Valley. It makes me feel so pretty to smell like a flower. Actually, I don't bath very often. There isn't time now I've started the bricklaying course. Also, there's no point. I only get dirty again straight away. And thank you for the soap. I'm saving it for special occasions when I want to feel confident and look my best. I said Sarah or Matty could have it. I didn't even try to swap it. I wanted to give it to them and they wouldn't take it. And thank you for the tights. That dark shade of brown really does something for my legs. I suppose I could wear them up under my overalls on site. It gets really cold in the winter. We had a lovely Christmas. I went home this year and Matty was there too. Quite a family gathering. It was only a pity Sarah had to spend this Christmas with the in-laws. Had to spend this Christmas with the in-laws. It was all right until after lunch on Christmas Day. Then that old feeling of 52 Sundays rolled into one hit me. I watched them slumped in the armchairs, sleeping off their Christmas pudding. I argued with Mattie. Well, she was darning her boyfriend's socks. She cried. I felt bad about that. And then they switched the television on. I hope you had a good Christmas too. It was a pity you couldn't come over on Boxing Day after all. Why does the car always have to break down at the most inconvenient times? If you had come, I couldn't have worn my overalls all day and fixed the radiator in my van. I would have had to hear about the relatives, all your other nieces and their babies. I would have had to wear a dress, maybe even the tights you gave me. With much love and a spanner in the works to you, Eve.
Sorry, Brona, for interrupting you on that one, but I think that one is the poem that we'll have to end with. We've got 3 more volunteers that we hopefully will hear from over lunch. And I think now if the President is about to join us, so perhaps we can be upstanding to welcome the President of Ireland.